When I first found Kajabi, it was a couple years ago. I had done a lot of research and felt that I had found the perfect fit. I built out my courses, launched my master classes to the world, and sure enough, the money started rolling in. But it wasn't until a year later where I took a personal development course. And inside that personal development course, I was in a platform I had never seen before. That was Mighty Networks. So I'm going to give you 5 tips or 5 things to ponder if you're considering the switch from Kajabi to Mighty Networks. Number 1, brandability. I love marketing. I love branding. I don't have a degree in marketing or branding, but I've been paying attention for a lot of years. When I was working over in Kajabi, I noticed it was a little bit clunky and I had to make things work to get it done. Now, as a serial entrepreneur, that doesn't stop me from finishing my project, but it did require that I hire an expensive coach to come in and show me the ropes. And then once I handed my brand over to the coach, I kind of felt like I lost some of the control, the look, the feel. Again, the Kajabi platform ended up being wildly successful for us in our first year, so I have no complaints. But when I headed over to Mighty Networks, it was a whole different ballgame. As long as I had my color codes ready and my branding assets, it was almost as if I was a magician, a marketing magician. I would put in my information and voila, it would look phenomenal. So if you're considering making a switch, think about your brandability. Do you have the patience to build things from scratch, or do you like things to come to life in an instant? The next thing I would talk to you about is think about how to organize your offers. When I built out my Kajabi, my only concern was making sure that I had really good coursework for people to go through. And again, it worked. But what I didn't realize is that I was missing out on community. People were coming into my cul-de-sac and leaving. I had no idea they had even drove the neighborhood. There are so many things you can do inside of Mighty Networks. It's insanely fun. So not only can you build out courses, but you can create groups or sub-communities where people can hang out, have private conversations. There's a chat feature. There's so many different ways that you can engage with your community. So once you've sorted out all the possibilities, don't forget that some of these can be free, some of these can be paid. And so all of a sudden, you're gonna open up yourself to more revenue streams that you might not have thought about before. Certainly not if you were just doing a roundabout and a dead-end cul-de-sac. Okay, number 3, members support members. This is crazy to me. When I was inside of Kajabi, not only did I not really talk to my members, I only knew them by their email or if something got flagged as a question or a complaint, but I never had any other communication with them. We would always have to head over to other social media platforms or answer their questions inside of emails. Today, inside of Mighty Networks, our members are engaging. They direct message me, they answer each other's questions, they're supportive of one another, they write testimonials, they cheer us on, they let us know if something is confusing. Everything's all happening under one roof. I didn't even know it was going to happen. Inside the Kajabi network, people would go through the cul-de-sac, get their information, and head out the other side. But inside of Mighty Networks, there's something else happening. Our members are engaging with one another. They're answering each other's questions. By the time one of us, who are a host, even get back onto the feed to answer it, 3 or 4 people have already jumped in to participate and support one another. It's been something truly magical to watch and something that I hadn't even considered to be such a value add in our business planning. Number 4, engagement is key. So you may have a social feed or a group where you're meeting somebody on a Facebook or some other type of social platform, and then perhaps you have your master classes over in a Kajabi, and then you have an email campaign going. All of these things are working on different platforms, and all that information and data isn't always getting communicated to one another, nor is that level of engagement stacking on each other. And so this is one of the things I love about Mighty Networks. Inside of Mighty Networks, of course, you can do a social media post. What's awesome is that everybody who came to your community should be having like-minded intentions, should be there for the same learning process, the same community connection. So it doesn't feel foreign when they enter into the social community. Next, you can do a standard short post like we would do on any type of social media platform where you add a picture and add some copy. So we've got that handled. But Mighty Networks took it next level. I love their article feature. The article feature allows us not only to do a social media post, but to add multiple pictures, lots of copy, video if we want it, links to the outside world, and a brandability, again, that's just clean and hip and looks like you could be put in a magazine. So I love the articles, especially if I really want to share something very important or in depth, and I need to have layers to my post. So articles are great for that. Questions, I love questions. We have a question that's been up in our network since day one. I believe we're up over 750 responses. I love watching what they have to say, why they joined our community, and what keeps them coming back. And finally, polls is another one that you can do. If you have a lot of data points and you want to get a quick read from your community has a really easy way to engage with you, answer a poll, and get you that data back to the people that matter. So it's so much fun inside of Mighty Networks. Again, it's the difference between going in a cul-de-sac and coming out by yourself or heading into a party where everybody's doors are open and everybody's engaging and everybody's bringing something to the party, which is really, really cool. And then finally, I would just leave you with this tip to ponder, and that is have patience. All of these technology platforms take time to learn. All the bells and whistles take practice to get right. And just be patient with yourself. Over time, it'll start to grow on you. You'll start to ask the right questions, and things just start coming to life. So be patient, be kind to yourself. Know that birthing any new business, birthing any new life process is going to require us to be grounded, to kind of sit back and enjoy the unfolding of the unknown. But trust the process, have patience, and I hope you love watching your community come to life.